You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't believe I let you in and told you all my deepest secrets. You told me I'm expensive, but you treated me the cheapest. Thank God you let me go, I didn't know how much I needed this. I almost settled for you. Oh, thank God you do what you do. Oh, and now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I knew I'm so disgusted with you. Dodged a bullet, not an arrow shot by Cupid. You really had me thinking I was dumb, naive and stupid. I'm done with these excuses. You'll never pull me through this again. Oh, I almost settled for you. Oh, thank God you do what you do. Oh, and now your colors are true. Took me a while, but I knew I'm so disgusted with you. With you.
Credit Is Childish with your girl Alexis Cohen. I'm here to help you grow the fuck up while you sprinkle a little sugar over your shit. Now today we are here with Sean. What's your last name?
Nobles.
Nobles. All right, Mr. Nobles. But are you still going by Shut Up Sean?
So that's the name of my podcast. Yeah, so I'm gonna change that on Instagram.
Oh, you changing that?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna leave it the name of my podcast. Yeah.
Okay, you still in your podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I'm so excited that you're here. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all remember the last show we had with the grant writer, the Miss over how many people she had got grants for?
$17 million worth.
$17 million in grants, Miss Stormy Banks. And I'm gonna let him tell y'all who he is and what he does.
So I'm Sean Nobles, the CEO of Granite Firm, where we are a full-service grant writing agency. I'm also the executive producer of Rich and Unemployed podcast. I'm also the host of my own Shut Up Sean. And then I actually got another podcast on the way. I'm about to be doing too much content with my boy George Bamfo called Strong Opinions. So we got a lot coming up.
I mean, you like to talk.
Yeah, come on now. It's called Shut Up Sean.
I love that. So you say you are an executive producer for our podcast already?
Mm-hmm. Rich and Unemployed. You seen it with
I think
Finesse?
I've seen that before.
The bald guy be talking all the junk.
I mean, I don't know if I really follow them, but I think I've seen that name before, Rich and Unemployed. And I don't know, like, do they talk like mad cash or like just?
Yeah, it'd be a lot of women up there. Then we have a lot of entrepreneurs, and then he has a show as well where it's just him talking. So we actually got like 5 different shows up there.
Awesome. So you said that you have a grant writing firm yourself?
Yeah.
So this is outside of Pink Print?
Yeah, it's outside of Pink Print.
Okay. can't tell me something I didn't know.
Facts, yeah. So how it happened was, with my production company, I bought a lot of my time back because I didn't have to be so hands on with the podcast anymore. We grew up from like 5,000 subscribers to 500,000. So at that point, you got to have systems in place. And I was just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. I started, applying and helping Stormy with her business. And after about, 6 months to a year of doing that, I was like, yo, ain't nobody doing it for the men.
And that's the thing that my husband always said. He was like, "Oh, y'all women, y'all always sticking together, and nobody doing it for me." I'm like, "Well, maybe you should do it."
Yeah.
It's like if you see that there's a need and there's a void somewhere, I feel like you should be the one to step up and be able to do that.
I always say the money is in the margins. You got to get in where you fit in.
I see that. So, how long have you pivoted from your podcast into being a grant writer?
So I took like the first 3 months after I had the idea to really not only like train the team I'm gonna work with, but figure out like really, really how to do it for men, because it's different than doing it for women. They got initiatives for y'all that's like all you got to be is a black woman, but when you're a black man, you have to be exceptional. You have to compete with black women, white men, white women. You have to compete with everybody. There's not that many grants. I'm seeing like 1 or 2.
You would think that it would be the same scale because it's a grant. Like, why does it matter the gender or the color if it's a grant? You know what I mean? Like,
because
business is business.
But they have certain things they look into to help. So when they putting that money up, it's to further their own goals. So if they have an initiative to help women of color, that's who's gonna get the money. That's what they're looking for.
So are the women putting up more grants for women, or is there not enough men that's offering grants for men? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I wouldn't say that way. Like when you get the federal grants,
you said the initiative. Like the initiative is like getting a woman moving forward. So who's having these initiatives? Is it women? The companies. You got to think about the politics. You know what I'm saying? Right now in the country, it's profitable to seem like you on women's side. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's LGBT month. I believe I said it correctly. I don't know. ABC. Yeah. I know. So. But like it's that month, so that's a lot of grants. I hate to be saying it because if you mess it up, they're gonna crucify your ass. So it just. Oh, can I? Yeah. All right, bet. Yeah, they'll crucify your ass. Yeah. So I'll just be asking, like, well, what can I say? But, right. But nah, they it's the month for it. So like, there's a lot of grants right now for them. So because the initiative. Oh, for June. Mm-hmm. For June, a lot of the grants for June is going to be for women and LGBT. I think so. Yeah. Right. But so like AT&T right now, they got a $50,000 grant for nothing but women. It's called She's Connected, and that's ran by a man, I believe. But I think it's just more profitable to seem like you're helping out certain communities at certain times. Right. And right now, I can't stunt. Black women need to be uplifted. So it's true. It's true because I feel like women or black women, like we hungry. Yeah. Like literally, like we have a lot. We wear a lot of hats. We do a lot of things. You're right. Yeah, we ain't gonna, but a lot of us are, or especially probably the ones you've been around. Yeah, because you're in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Right. And you don't have no choice. When you come here, everybody moves from other places to come here. To be able to be an entrepreneur or like to network or be outside, maybe. I don't know. Thanks. Right? So, I mean, I think that's good. So how do you yourself find what made you want to do it? I know you said that, not enough men are doing it, but what really made you did Stormy like, come on? No, actually, she was like, nah, dog, you ain't doing it. At first, she was like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to be you ain't trying to be in my lane. Like, stay on your podcast side. Let me do the grand side. You feel me? But what I did was I guess like I kind of consider myself like a jack of all trades. There really isn't any trade or any skill that I couldn't have done. When I moved to Atlanta, it was for production and being a cameraman. Fuck that. I'm not a cameraman. Being, a producer for a lot of these places, it was like, what I was really trying to do was figure out where I wanted to go. I used the camera as, just the
the boot to kick in the door. You know, because when you got the camera, you can get around a lot of people.
That's true. And like even with media, like because I have this radio show, I can get into a lot of spaces just saying I'm media, and I can interview people. I can get into a lot of just things. So the door actually really opened more for me, and it also gets me in front of like new people who don't know who I am, and it just keeps me networking and pushing my own initiatives and my businesses forward in that space. So I do understand, doing certain things can get you in certain doors, in certain rooms.
Exactly. And my whole thing when I left North Carolina, I come from Greenville. There's nothing there. There's not even information. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even fully understand credit until I had moved out of Greenville, and then didn't really understand how to utilize it until I moved to Atlanta. So with that being said, I always had the goal of learning a different skill, a different trade. For one of the, I call this the Black financial capital of America.
Right.
And
depends how you look at it.
I chose grants. I chose grants because one, it's an actual, real sustainable way to help people.
Okay, good.
And I come from a place where people are praying on the weak. You know what I mean?
I was just saying that to somebody. I met an old friend. I won't even say he a friend, but I seen him in Walmart. I was shopping in Walmart.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, he was like, "What made you move to Atlanta?" I'm like, "Because I have a trucking business, and it's just not a lot of loads come out of Florida, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And I was just like, he was just like, "Man, you came to the home of the cap," and I was just like, I didn't know that when I moved here. I'm thinking Georgia is the black mecca for entrepreneurs and women, blah blah blah. Like, but I was just like, a lot of, honestly, and I don't care who get mad because I just see it as to be the truth. Sometimes that like a lot of black entrepreneurs prey on black dollar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, facts. I see
Even
I see
in
it
the
every day.
restaurant, shit be higher than it needs to be. You charge you for parking that you shouldn't be getting charged. It's just like a lot of little things that just take from our bottom line to be able to feed their, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I just honestly did not know that. And people were like, "Girl, you didn't know you was coming to home of the scammers?" I'm like, no. And even in doing credit repair, a lot of people are apprehensive about credit repairers in Atlanta because of the stigma of being labeled a scammer.
No, I agree. But while I wouldn't participate in those scams, that's why I really like grants. I do have to come at the customers too, because you gotta have accountability. Because like all right, let's take an example of what you said. They charge parking. And at the club, it's going to be $40 to $100 parking at the club. Well, why don't you figure out a way to bypass the scammers and still get what you want? Go park at a hotel and take an Uber from the hotel.
Yeah, for sure.
You still have to be accountable for your actions. And I mean,
no, it's true.
The people are lazy. Like
people are lazy. You said the word. People are lazy. They rather pay crazy prices for information that they can actually go seek out themselves for free.
Exactly. And a lot of things, maybe. Oh, bet.
That's what you be talking about giving away your money. And DoorDash is extra when it comes to it. The food is already expensive. Now they're going to put another charge on top of that. And they're going to, a lot of times, the restaurants charge a different price for the DoorDash price.
Food, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for the tip.
And
you get your food is home.
But people lazy.
Way extra for this food, and it's not even a thought of you could have cooked. It's more you could have just went down the street.
No, for sure. You could have got your ass out your bed and got off that couch and actually drove there, and you would have saved a good. Depending on what you're buying, you understand what I'm saying? But $10 to $15 each time. I was telling my husband yesterday. We was working on the truck or whatever, and we had bought a meal, and I was just like. Sometimes we just overeat. We buy 2 full meals, appetizer, dessert, and we just spend the extra money just because I say sometimes we could just get away with just buying one meal and we split it.
Yeah.
Literally. Because we're already full. Because you got extra food that you're probably not going to eat, re-warm up. You may throw it away. So every little thing literally counts. Or you know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're trying to get out of debt or things like that. But at the end of the day, I really love the fact that, you are a young black man. How old are you, Sean?
31.
You had to think about it?
Yeah, I be forgetting. After 30, I stopped caring. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna be 30 until my face look 42.
40. You can't be start caring after 30.
I don't feel 30 though. I feel like
You do look young though.
Yeah.
If I had to think, I would think you probably like 25.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's why I cut my locks off too. I feel like they made me look dramatically.
It was a dramatic change for you, but I think that let's discuss why you did it. Like, what made you feel like you should change your whole look? Like, is it because you're trying to approach a different audience, or like you're trying to get into different rooms? Because sometimes you could go as your authentic self, but sometimes when you're trying to do a certain thing, you need to pivot in certain aspects, and that might be the way you dress, the way you style your hair, and just how you speak or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's exactly those things. I love my locks. I mean, I say about 40% of it was I was tired of it. Like when you wake up, my shit was like down here.
Did you keep them?
Yeah, but I don't care. I ain't gonna never put them back in.
Oh, you never.
Yeah, I'm done with that. No, I'm done with that. Maybe if I hit, about 4 to 5 mil, you know what I'm saying, liquid.
And you
that's
what,
not
like,
what
you just do what you want to do to live off the earth.
Yeah, I'll be like Jay-Z then. But no. So what happened was, I had to really sit down and think about my next phase. And like I said, when it's just, I'm just creating content. I didn't really care how people viewed me because it's more so you want to stand out. But when it came to starting my business, it was like, well, I don't want that 5 seconds in between, because I didn't have locks for a long time. I only had them for about 4 years.
You grew up that fast.
Yeah, it's that at that 3% Indian. You know what I'm saying?
What's the 3%?
Right here. It's
but
all
which
here.
one? But what's Indian?
You
don't even know it's about 3% Indian.
Apache.
Black people swear they be Indian.
But no. So it was just the fact that I realized that it takes people. People have cognitive biases all the time.
No, for sure.
They're definitely going to judge you. I judge people initially just when I first see them.
Sure.
I don't want that 5 seconds in between if I'm trying to sell you that service, to where now I need an extra 5 seconds to try to convince you. I'd rather you look at me, know I mean business. That's why now you don't see me in nothing but a suit if I go out. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I honestly do. Like, I really do. I mean, I think it looks good. You look dapper, and you look professional. You mean business when you show up. You mean business. Like, I'm not here to play with you. I'm really here to change your life and get some stuff, to get things started for you.
I promise.
Now, I have a question. Do you only service men because men are not, people's target audience?
No, if I try to keep the women over to Stormy, but because she's great, and what she's done for women is amazing. So I think that's something that they maybe identify. But I do have a couple of women clients, but it's just because I know them personally.
Got you.
But I typically stick with men. And then I think men are a different type of customer too. And I think as being a man, I kind of understand them. So I'm well suited to serve them and their needs. Because it's different. It's different dealing with a woman and dealing with a man.
Okay, we're going to come back and elaborate more on that after this break. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, we're going to take a couple minutes breaks and we'll be back. Make sure you guys go share right now and get these men on this YouTube channel, and get these men on this live, or however you're watching, here, listening, or whatever. Come back with some more men.
Does your child have main character energy? Elevate their birthday bash with the Hits 92.3 Media Birthday Party. We'll help your star shine with a radio show for them and 10 guests, complete with live streaming, paparazzi glitz, red carpet flair, and more. Don't miss out. Book now at allhustlenofear.com.
I could hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
But of course, I'm having lover's remorse. Climax after climax, and now I'm looking for my drawers. Oh, they on the floor. See, I got a pre-rolled in the car. It's crazy how feelings can change between yesterday and tomorrow. Your late 20s, they got you all up in my business. You see, younger women be less likely to question my intentions. You feeling my vibe, you know this shit you came by. Even though it's still shit I can't buy, I'm gon' try. See, these days to see the real friends or the yes friends. These days to see the wedding ring or it's chase my dream. Fucking right, and I got a bad thing for the night. And tomorrow's a different story. See, that's the story of my life. But
hold you in my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out, I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you want.
oh, but of course, she always got a voice. With social media temptation, it means I'll always have a choice. I'm psychologically pre-wired to be mentally sex crazed. It got me eating the groceries, thinking back to my I don't give head days. I was young and naive, I was stuck in my ways. She said, most niggas do it and I'm just not acting my age. I know you worked your ass off for that new ass. You gotta show the world, let your phone be the newscast. Give me some more. I'm getting high, thinking of all of the shit that we did on the low. My tenderoni from Tinder be giving the love below. A high key, you willing to try me? You willing to bypass all of my shortcomings and kamikaze?
I could hold you in
Oh, I see.
my arms forever, but it wouldn't be long enough. Time is of the essence, yeah, but I'm running out, I'm running out. Why can't I run away from you? Why can't I run away from you? No, just say you won't.
Just say you won't. Just say you won't.
Hi guys, we are back with Bad Credit Is Childish, and I do have this handsome young fella over here by name of Sean, who's taking care of the men. So I need y'all to tighten up and listen up to what this man got to say, okay? Because it ain't too many brothers out here doing this for you.
Big fact. So, yeah, first of all, you need to get grants. You know, I know a lot of people tell you to go credit card stack, get yourself into a whole bunch of debt. But if you've never maintained debt at that level, it's not going to work for you the way that it works for some other people that have $100,000 in the cut, but then go borrow $100,000 because they know they have the collateral or the assets to be able to put up at any point in time just in case something happened. You know, business is not certain. And anything that's worth it isn't certain. It just takes hard work. Sure. The reason why I love grants is because, no, that's not certain either. We have to put in the work. So what I do is make sure that I maximize the chances and ease the work that you have to do for your business. With a grant, you never have to pay it back. There's no amount of debt that you can get into by paying grants. Now, you do have to do what you're going to say with the money. You can't go out and buy no G-Wagon, you know what I'm saying?
And go to Tulum and stuff.
Yeah. Eat at the Crab Shack. Yeah, that's the place.
Oh, my God. That's the place.
Facts. No, this is so you can have a sustainable income in your business. Therefore, so when you get a grant, that money goes back into your business. Usually, when you do business, you have to put all the money that you have back into it. You know, your gross typically doesn't come out as your net. With grants, that helps your gross get closer to your net because now you can replace the money that you were spending on the actual grant. So, you know, always just take care of your business with that. I think that when it comes to debt, people don't really understand how to utilize it. And right now, you know, people think that you can just get your credit fixed, but that doesn't mean you don't owe that stuff.
Oh no, you owe it.
You still
you
owe
owe
it.
it.
It just makes it look good for the time being, which is cool. You know, I did it too. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I did too. But I keep telling people this all the time. Like, do a grant.
Yeah.
Do grants. You feel me? But as I said before, and even when I was on here with Stormy, like, you know, and I kept saying grants is a lottery. You feel me? Because you're not gonna always win that grant. But like he said, he's gonna maximize your chances of you to be able to win a grant.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like a lot of people, because there's been people that came up to me and just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
They was like, man, I done this grant thing and I spent all this money and I ain't get nothing. Second round, got nothing. Third round, got nothing. They were like, well, I could have used that money for something else. And you probably could have.
Yeah, you probably could.
Just know that, you know, it's you're going to have to get in the game to try it. But for me, I push credit. I don't do grants and I don't do that. That's why I'm glad you guys are here. We can all set people on board, people on your side, what you do for men. And then I'm glad that you are here for the men, because I will be sending men your way who want to. Do you guys get grants from men who are in the trucking business though?
Yeah. And now, so right now there's a grant called the Fast Break. Oh no, that's the NBA grant. It's called Driving Small Business Forward. They're giving out $50,000 to 20 different people, and that is to get a commercial vehicle. Now you can't get an 18-wheeler because I think it's GVM has to be under 26,000. So that's a box truck.
That's a box truck. But they're giving out 20 different men can get 50,000 a piece. Not separate, not broken down 20 different ways.
No.
50,000 a piece. Period.
Come on now. I'm talking.
I know that you said that because I know a lot of men in the trucking business. We have a trucking business. You feel me? And
so you should be applying for it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here because I had no idea. And I thank God for this platform, because we need information like that, especially for men who are, and there's a lot of men who are struggling in the trucking game right now.
Not facts.
So can you tell the men who are watching or who will be watching exactly what do they need in order to prepare themselves to come to you to be able to facilitate that grant process for them?
Got you. The most important thing you're going to need is a business. You need to have your business registered. Yes, there is startup grants, but if you're going to pay me in order to maximize your chance of getting grants, you're putting yourself at a severe, almost like disability if you don't have your business like already registered in your state, and you need to have a business bank account. Those are the first two things that I need you to have.
Does that business have to be a certain years?
No.
Okay. Do you have to file? Do you have to have file taxes on that business?
No, you don't have to file taxes on the business, but you will have to file taxes on the grant that you get as other income.
Okay.
Now, talking to a tax professional, because I know there's some ways, you know what I mean? Because it's other income that gives you a lot of leeway,
right?
To minimize how much you have to pay.
To do what you do.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Okay, so and monetarily wise, like what do a trucker need to have besides the business, besides the bank account? You have the EIN and have the business and all of that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like coming to you, what do they need to have cash wise?
Yeah, my service is $697, everything up front.
And that's to apply for how many grants? That one specific grant or multiple grants?
So what I do is, because I do have a service to where you can put me on retainer to apply for you every month, but I don't even open that up if you haven't worked with me yet.
Okay, gotcha.
So what happens is they get you the proposal. The proposal is the bedrock of our business, the bedrock of your grant experience. Once you get the proposal, it's good for a year. That proposal basically puts your mission statement, your
so
budget.
They need to have a mission statement.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with all that.
Okay,
we're gonna come up with all that together. We're gonna basically come together. And the way the process works, I send you this very vast, extensive questionnaire, and then we craft this proposal that's good for a year. For all my clients, we do 5 grants together. So I do 5 grants automatically for you just for getting the proposal, because I want to, hit you with the ground running. And then
right. You want to get some results.
Yeah. Because if you don't get money, it doesn't make me look good. And if you don't get money, it's just not good for either of us. I want to really maximize the chances.
I want to say this though, even though you don't get money, you are still trying to invest in your business.
Yeah.
Because you can spend them $600 in so many like frivolous ways that you're not even being, you know what I'm saying, like productive with spending them $700. You can go to your bank account right now and you can find them $700 that you should have spent for a grant, but you went to McDonald's, Arby's, Zaxby's. You went to the cigar lounge and all that shit. So like, and
it's a limited amount of grants. That one proposal, because I have continuing education as well that I always make sure they get. But that one proposal should be used on every single grant. If you apply for one grant a day, that's 365 grants that you can apply for. 366 in a leap year.
Right.
And what happens is it's a law of averages. You're going to get something. It's a law of averages.
Right.
And then there's, what we do is we also try to help find and keep you in contact with different grant opportunities. We have a grant list that's about 650. We update it monthly. So you're always going to know what grants is there. There's never not enough grants to apply to. Now, what happens is, depending on what your business is, you qualify for more grants than some. Of course. So you always want to make sure you have an educational piece to your business. You can teach somebody something, a community aspect where you benefit the community in some way, or a healthcare aspect. Mm-hmm. If you can have one of those three things, you qualify for a vast majority of the grants that's out there.
Gotcha. I really look, y'all better tap in with this young brother because at the end of the day, I'm from my truck drivers. I'm biased to them. I got a homeboy on here. He probably on his truck right now watching. And my husband, I'm sure he's watching. These are truck drivers. There's so many truck drivers. And I have a lot of credit clients who are truckers. These are men. And they really do want to get their credit fixed. So, and I'm going to lay aside that funding aspect in regards to my business of being a funding specialist, because y'all really have been changing my mindset about doing more grants versus not. But I'm going to still push my initiative up for y'all to pitch y'all credit.
No, you need a credit.
The shit is childish and you're too old to be having bad credit. Because as an adult, outside of business, you need to have good credit.
Facts.
Period.
It's a toolbox. This is what I tell people. It's a toolbox. And even when it comes to credit card stacking or things like that, you just have to be able to understand the tools that you're using. Most people are trying to use a screwdriver as a hammer.
No, for sure.
And you're not going to not going to build a house like that.
Exactly.
The foundation is not going to be set.
Right.
So you need grants. You need credit. You need to be able to utilize that in a correct way if you're going to do that. But what some of the reasons why I be like, hey, be careful with that debt. Now, fixing credit, you need the credit pick.
No, for sure.
Be careful. And I think a lot of people put y'all in the same category.
They do.
People who do the credit card stacks. And people who fix credit. That's two separate things.
No, it's two separate things. And like you said before, people really got to understand how to be disciplined and how to, have a plan. I don't like to honestly put people in debt. That's why I don't really do the whole, let me go get you $1 million and you know how to flip that $1 million. You feel me? And then also, too, I'm the type of person that's I'm going to go for the line of credit. And that's just what I knew. Not knowing about grants, not knowing about all those things, because I wanted to be able just to have some money in case I need some money.
Line of credit. But see, are you teaching them to liquidate that line of credit?
I do not.
You see?
I do not.
You see? That's what I'm saying.
Not yet, but I really have not, and that's that funding aspect. For me, I do it for myself. You understand?
Yeah.
But sometimes what I found and what's really be pissing me off lately though, people don't even follow through with the whole process to even get to that point.
No,
to even to fix their credit to a point and to even have good credit for themselves. Don't even worry about the funding aspect of it or them trying to get money to liquidate or whatever. They don't even make it to that point at all. But this is what I'm going to. Here on out, I'm sending everybody to Stormy ass, and I'm sending everybody to your ass to go get them some grants so that they can do it that way. Because honestly, I'm in the space of pivoting. You understand?
You're not gonna fix credit no more?
It's just really daunting.
I can understand that.
It really is, and it's really starting to get on my fucking nerves. I ain't even gonna hold you because you can do this talking and you can educate, and people still don't do what they're supposed to do.
They're lazy. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a get rich quick scheme.
Right, and everybody wants credit to be done and yesterday and all these things.
That ain't how it works.
and it doesn't work like that. But people mindset is just too much sometimes, and it just really kind of like bothers me. Stormy.
You gotta. Never mind.
Perfect.
Never
All
mind.
right. So but I want to just ask you though, in like, do you love your pivot? Like, do you love the pivoting into the grant space for the men?
Absolutely. I wouldn't change anything about it, because I was looking for what sector I wanted to go into when it comes to information and helping my people. And my bigger mission is to go back home and take all the things I learned and teach it to people who I know don't have the access to this information.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's very, and then now it's like, I actually really have my own business that I know makes an impact and that I make money from. You know what I mean?
I love that. And that's the thing about business, and to have a sustainable business, it's to solve a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can solve a problem, you can pretty much stay in business for the long haul. If you know what I'm saying, if that's your goal. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. But I want to ask you, Kobe, before we got on this before we started this, I was messing with you and Stormy, but like, what make you want to change your name at this time, and like at this age of the game? Like, why would you want to change your last name now?
I was thinking about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it yet. I was just thinking about it because I want my father's last name. I feel like that's the way it should go.
So you're trying to like leave a legacy?
Yeah. Because
and you can't do that your mama's last name?
No, I could. It would be starting up a new one, but even my brother has his father's last name. And it's just not something that, and I love my mother. She was the most amazing mother any man can ask for.
Right.
She was a single mother. She raised me and my brother. Now I can't say completely by herself because my dad was there, but she had the bulk of all the work. She was there every single day putting in the work. She sacrificed a lot for us. So it's not to disrespect her. So I would even talk to her because she was like, "No, I ain't cool with that. I would never do it."
Oh, but have you ran across it? Have you ran it by her yet?
No, not yet. This is the first time I'm ever talking about it to anybody.
Oh shit! And you gonna put it on live?
Hey, she already know how this goes by now. You know what I'm saying? She don't know what she's gonna hear from me when I get on the camera. But I have been thinking about it.
You've been thinking about changing your last name because you want to be able to just carry that your father heritage.
And Sean Sharp sounds better.
Oh, okay. So it's you doing it for like
no, I'm not saying
you
no.
doing it because you want to cute.
No,
you doing it for real.
Hey,
like,
it's percentages to everything.
Sound better.
Does it not? Sean Nobles and Sean Sharp.
Just like
see the way you gotta say it.
I want like you just. Sean Sharp.
That sounds great.
Sean Nobles.
I look like a Sean Sharp.
Nobles for 31 years.
Yeah, facts.
Now you want to be Sean Sharp.
Yeah, But I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It's just
but it's true.
Mind.
I mean, could you hyphenate it? Could you be both?
I did say that too, but then that's like women do that.
So
you can
do what you want. You can change your whole name to.
You know what? You're right. Let me not disrespect nobody. Everybody in this world. You can change your whole name to guitar right now, and it'd be just fine. People gonna accept you as Sean, formerly known as. Guitar, formerly known as. You can be anything these days. Like people accept anything right now. As long as you can really, do something with that name, I think it's cool. But I ain't gonna hold you. Like my husband's last name is Cohen, and that's how I built my name. And I've been Alexis Cohen for almost 20 years. Dang, I've been married that long?
And
that's amazing.
In a week, we'll be married 20 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Sure. And I said I would never go back to my maiden last name. It's my mama's last name, but they ain't doing shit with that last name. And I've done a lot with my Cohen last name. So even if I was to not be like, even if I was to stay married or not stay married, I'm keeping Cohen because I've made so much. I've done so much with being Alexis Cohen.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So I understand, like, as far as like legacy and all that, my kids' last names are Cohen.
Yeah.
I've done, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be even my daughter may get married and change her last name or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's my kid's last name, and that's just kind of how I want it. So I get, passing on what you work so hard for, what you want to be known as, and what you stand for. Like, I understand that.
Right.
So what could you tell the men right now who are struggling with finding ways to support their businesses, or even if they want to pivot? Yeah. Like, do you recommend it? Like, what advice would you give the men right now?
It only takes a choice to change. and you can make a choice. It could be a split decision.
And that's so true.
Yeah. Anything you ever want to do, just the first thing you got to do is do it. It's really, as a man, you already know. You know what you need to be doing. You know what you can do. Figure out why you're not doing it, and then eliminate that shit out your motherfucking mental. It's really that simple. It's nothing but a choice.
It really is a choice. Now, how you feel about people? I'm gonna do you like.
Yeah, come on, give me some.
No, I'm gonna be like, because when I go to radio, when I go to places, I interview people. I'm like, how you feel? Do you feel bad? Credit is childish. Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about the men who not doing real nigga shit, like real men stuff from a man's perspective. I know you're not a father, but like,
no, I am. I never do it. She's 12.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had one early.
Too soon.
Yeah.
You gonna be a stepmama, a bonus mama. I love that for you. But y'all be keeping secrets, don't say But you got a 12-year-old, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I had it early. I had it when I was 18, I believe.
Yeah. So it made you to like grow up real quick.
Kinda.
Yeah. So
kinda.
Do you see her often?
Not as much as I want to.
Okay. Now, as far as that goes, like, I just really like. I feel like men, like, I feel like women are running in circles around men. Do you agree?
Hell no.
How you don't agree with that?
Stats.
Do you see how many freaking women out here just bossing the fuck up, like literally?
No, I just think it's the ones we see a lot here.
We see a lot here.
Go to Milwaukee, or go to Eastern Tennessee, or North Carolina, or any other state that's
besides
not a
outside
major,
Atlanta.
Yeah, it's not a major metropolitan area, and that's not to say that that's a bad thing. I just don't believe it's true, but it's not. If it is, cool. I love it.
I just like in every most of the rooms that I enter.
Yeah.
And men have an opportunity of being there too.
Yeah.
But they just don't fucking show up. You feel me? Like they really don't show up. Now let me ask you a question. How many men or how many platforms have you been in and the men has actually gravitated towards your grant writing process?
A lot actually. I think a lot of men didn't know about it, and I think men are very analytical, which is why I said it's different working with men and women. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot more for me to prove to them. I think women can sometimes make emotional decisions.
We do make emotional decisions.
So if they see somebody they like, they'll support you just because they like you. They can like me all they want, but when it comes to really spending that money, they got kids. They have really things they really have to consider. Not saying that women don't. They got to consider a lot more when it comes to that type of stuff. But it's a different process, and I think that it allows me to be a little bit more transparent and to really understand what they're getting into. And can't nobody tell me anything about grants that I don't know. Well, I can't say that. You always can learn more.
We always learn more.
You always can learn
more.
But and with the layman or somebody who wants to find out about it that don't, I think I'm a great resource to be able to get them to understand, this landscape. So it's actually it's been a lot of great reception, and I think that people are tired. A lot of the people who did the credit card stacking and things like that.
That shit over.
It's the 18 months is hit, and now everybody has interest coming up. Everybody has them payments. It's liens on people's shit.
It's true. It's so true. Like that really a lot of the information that was spewed over the pandemic had really fucked a lot of people up. Yeah. Like even in the trucking industry. Yeah. Like a lot of that was like, go do this, and it was just so new to everybody. Everybody would just everybody needed something. Yeah. People just needed some type of information. And I feel like that was the time that a lot of fake ass millionaires was born, because a lot of information was given out, but that wasn't, it wasn't very helpful. Yeah. And you think it was, but it really, really wasn't. So I like to dial things back, and people might think, oh, this bitch is slow, or like she don't move as fast as what. But I don't give all them fake ass hacks, and I don't give fake. Yeah, no. Like I don't do that, and you know what I'm saying. People are so used to that, and they want, give me a gym, give me a hack. But them hacks gonna get your ass in trouble. Facts. And then I just tell, because everything you saying is true, absolutely true. But I put the onus on the customer because they can't spend money that you ain't give them. That's true. That's true too. If you're a customer, right, understand that you're a customer. That means you have to do your due diligence on who you give your money to. If somebody is charging you 10% on the back end or something, more than likely, you just really think about that, right? More than likely, that's how they getting their money. And not saying that I ain't gonna knock nobody hustle or anything like that. That's what they do. But I can't take 10% of nothing that you get. If you get grants,
That's all your money.
All your money.
I can't take any part of it. You know what I mean? It's literally illegal, and it's a reason for that. You know, if I want to get if I'm a person who needs $100,000, right, and I give up 10% to get 90,000. And I ain't never had 90,000, which is that sounds amazing, right?
Right, it does.
But now I owe 20%.
Yeah.
Because I have to pay back
that 10.
that 10 from a 10 that I never had.
For a 10 that you never had, you didn't even use it, didn't even put into your business to make not one profit off
Exactly.
of it. You already in the negative.
Exactly.
Understood. And you got the interest on top of that.
Yeah.
And you got so many variables that's going to, but like you said, a lot of people need to really like do their own due diligence. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if it don't make sense, then don't do it. But people be so desperate.
Yeah.
Like people do not prepare. Like I feel like you doing grants and me doing credit, it's like it's helping people to prepare for whatever it is that you're trying to move forward in. Like people don't understand that you have to prepare. That's
one thing. And I was just talking about this to Stormy. I was like, yo, what I really love about the grants and the way we do our business is that our plan is part of it. That's the first thing we have to create this plan, which is the proposal.
Right.
That's how we're going to literally use all of this money that we're trying to go get. When people do the credit card stacking, and I'm stuck on that because when people do that and they take 10% from you, do they ever come up with a business plan or a plan of how you're actually going to make that money back?
No, understood. But that's the thing too. That I do discuss that with the people who want to get credit cards and this. Like, what is your goals?
Because there's nothing wrong with a credit card.
What do you plan on doing with what do you plan on doing with that? You know, with that money. How are you going to flip this back? You need to be able to do this to pay this back in this amount of time, or you can take a part of that. Like if you have a plan.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to fix people credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to fix the credit first. Plan or no plan, because I feel like as an adult you still need to have it.
That's pre-planning right there.
I keep saying that even outside of entrepreneurship, just as an adult, because your car can hit a pothole that's out here in these Atlanta streets. And you got a flat tire, your tire that came off your car, and like you may not have money in your hand.
Disposable.
But you got money, because sometimes people just need to go back all the way back to the fucking basics.
No, facts.
All the way back to a budgeting class.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
A budgeting class should be mandatory. I didn't understand how good budgeting was until Stormy came and was like, so you spending how much on what?
You know what I'm saying?
You doing what? Nah, I need a budget.
All the way down to the budgeting. Like people got to go all the way back to the basics. Instead of wanting to hear these quick, and let me do this, and they're not really even equipped to do that. That's why a lot of people who win lottery are broke really, really quick and fast because they never had it, never taught how to spend money. And like this a previous guy named Sean, but his name is Sean with a C. But he was like, go get this book called The Psychology of Money. Mm-hmm. How you view money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Where does all that come from? And people really got to understand about money. But we got like 2 more minutes. But I want you to tell people how to find you.
Yeah, so you can hit me on Instagram at get GET Grant GRANTIT Grant It. So get Grant It. That's the name of my company.
Get Grant It.
Mm-hmm. So it's called Granted, but I had to spell it like that because people put in the ED.
You had to spin it a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You here running confused niggas about how to find
That's all. So at Get Granted or at Shut Up Sean, you probably can tell why my thing like is called that. And then you can go to Shut Up Sean Pod as well.
I need to get on your podcast.
No, you do.
Like we just need to really like lay back, kick it, and be just
really
talk some bubbles.
You got your wine cooler, you know what I'm saying?
I only do one, not two. But y'all go follow Sean Nobles, possibly gonna be Sean Sharp, you know.
Depends. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my mama. I'm gonna talk to my mama.
Real sharp over there.
Oh, come on now.
But this man is doing his thing for you men, and you guys really need to tap in. Stop looking, stop listening, and really execute. So go and pull out y'all phones right now and go follow. Say it again one more time.
At Shut Up Sean and at Get Grant It.
Get Grant It.
Mm-hmm.
Get the word grant, and the word it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it that way from now on. I like that.
No, because people, you gotta go down to like 5-year-olds.
Back to the basics.
Back to the basics. Sean, I really, really am happy that you were here.
Thank you.
And especially for you truck drivers out there, spread the word. Go find this man. They got grants right
Yes,
now.
a $50,000 grant right
and
now.
go pay this man whatever he asks you for, and let him get y'all these grants. You guys can stop whining and complaining. All right, guys, we gotta go. But what I do want you to know that God absolutely adores you, and so do I. Bye.
I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady since 18. My life been a film like Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money. I got it out the limo with eyes. I think it's in my blood to cry. And niggas like to undermine, but it's big Mindy Bow with the underline. I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady since 18. My life been a film like Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money.
I just dug your bro out and then I took his hoe out. Told me showing skin is a sin, I took some more out. Like I could give a fuck about your rules and regulations. I could give a fuck about the bullshit that you say. I got bigger balls than any nigga you know. I take all my calls on my other cell phone. They like, oh wow, she about to blow, they late. But anyhow, nice of you to show.
I'm a real nigga, but I'm such a fucking lady since 18. My life been a film like Scorsese, it's crazy. I am still that bitch with a daydream, a day job amazing. I'm cash contemplating. I think about the green and she come to me. Invite her over when I want some company. I love her and she got me living comfortably. I need to pick me up, I pick me up some money.
Okay, here we go.